now I've just got to see if I have a screwdriver in here. I already have a wrench. There's also medical stuff in and around the corner. Penlight. Penlight could be good. Penlight would be... I don't know how bright that is, but a light's a light, and I haven't found another torch yet. There's 20 of my nails. There's a lighter. Like, a lighter could be good for starting a fire, but I didn't quite figure out how to make fires previously. There is a bottle opener. It's a bottle opener, not a can opener. It's not going to help me. I should have a can opener in here somewhere. Maybe. Because just remember, like, we lost a lot of our shit when the game decided that it didn't need it. We have tea bags for backs, though. We got 6 tea bags, so I don't know. That's like less than 1 day for you, right? There's salsa. I could take some salsa. I don't think that's going to make her happy. I've been mostly making my people eat sugar and lard and butter. I feel like the worst person for doing it, but like it brings me some kind of novelty and I don't really fully understand what, but I enjoy it. Probably because it's like the most unhealthy shit. It's the kind of crap that I'd watch like a challenge food eater do, you know, eat. There's more water bottles, a soy sauce. I actually had a lot of food and spices, and it didn't cotton on to me really quickly that when some of my stuff disappeared, that I suddenly didn't have those things. I'm specifically looking for a screwdriver over here, if you guys are wondering what I'm looking for. And I'm not finding one, which is horrible because I've got like electronic devices I wanted to pull apart and I don't want to carry them on the road. But I've got a wrench, I've got a saw. Those 2 things can go in my bigger backpack. What else have I got here? I'm pretty sure if you have it in one of your packs, it counts. I've got a heap of food. Not great food, but high calorie kind of stuff. These are all very drying, I feel like. But I don't really want her to carry out like a heap of weight. Although, I could get her another bottle. I could get her a 2-liter bottle of water and that would last a bit longer. I saw one in the kitchen specifically, but there should be something else around here. That one. That's all pretty much paint. There's fruit cocktails and stuff. Look, I'm just going to put the extra Vault-Tec stuff in here because I don't have a screwdriver. I can sit her down and like get her to read, but I don't know what time it is. Oh no, her bandu thing's under her top now. Oh, that's cool. That makes so much more sense. Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'm like, it's on her, but I don't see it unless they've decided to put it under it. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's a good improvement. Sorry, fucking fashion police here. Gives a shit about like which way my character wears stuff. There's a whole heap of tainted water. I could grab more candy and shit to take with us. They grab some more noodles. I'm not seeing the hose. So I don't know. I don't know where that is. There's mechanics level 2. There's more chocolate. There's more knee pads. I've already got knee pads on. Let's grab these with me too. There's one of the... Whoa, come back here, you. Are you 2 liters? Yeah, you are. Okay, we're going to take a lime soda bottle with us. I don't know why that just... I must have moved it. Alright, well, she's got... Wherever it went... There it is. I did pick up 2. Okay, I only want 1. So she's going to have a heap of shitty non-nutritional food. Plus she's going to have a big, like, soda bottle. Right? This isn't really, this isn't longevity stuff. Can I use the pen in here? Let's find out. That was burnt down. So, hold on. I should be able to because it's lit up. About that. I should be able to put it on it like it's hair. There we go. Okay, so yes, I can use it if it's in the other menu. Sweet. Alright. Well, if that's the case, I've got most of my stuff. I've got the pen light can go in there. And I want her to read, but the bedroom's about as dark as it can get. I know she's like super tired, but I don't know what time of day it is. What is this book? What's the book on the floor? Electrical 1, carpentry 1. But I could definitely do with a bit of both of those. There's a magazine. Read that. Hopefully that doesn't disappear. I'm pretty sure I've got a few that are good like that. They just don't disappear, but I've got to find them. I probably should have made her sit down. Where's the thing? This kind of shows me what sort of ish time of day it is. I guess it's late afternoon. Yeah, that kind of looks like it's getting a little bit darker. A little bit. Hey, Jaylee. What are you doing? Welcome in. Let's see. If she's slow learner, it should take her a bit to get through that. She's put it back. All right, let's go put her to bed. I'll probably spend one day here. Can I use the pen light? It is the day of the DLC. All right, hold on. No, don't sit on it. Go to sleep. Yes, there we go. I'm more excited for Islanders 2 that came out yesterday. I haven't heard of that, but I know I'm waiting for after midnight for when the DLC fucking drops so that I can test version 1.6 with my save and see how corrupt I'm going to be dealing with RimWorld for a bit. I also need to move my chat on screen down a bit. There we go. Yeah, no, that should be fine where I put it. Let's move you up as a kind of like fighting each other on my screen. It's not the same for you guys, but I don't want to sit here with a book. And I do like the fact you can kind of see the outlines of doors now. I mean, I do feel like that's a little bit sort of cheat sort of thing, but it does help for obviously if you're trying to play and survive and shit. I don't know where you are, but sit on the ground. I know this room is like lit up enough that as soon as we can, I'll start making you read. Well, I guess she can eat in the dark. I don't want her to eat any of the good shit she's got on her. Like, you're gonna go eat with cats. No worries. Hopefully you don't sweat to death with all the kitty cats absolutely dogpiling you, making you all warm. I'll probably eat some sunflower seeds. Very chill city builder game. Had like 500 hours in the first one. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely haven't heard of it myself. But then again, there's plenty of games that I just haven't heard of. Is that soap good? Yeah, we're going to take that with us. Oh no, I do have a fucking screwdriver. Hold on. Screwdriver. Sweet. Alright, eat the pork rinds. And now I've got to figure out where I put... Actually, before I do that, hold on. Where is my medical box? There it is. I should probably want to take with me some sterilized rags. Not too many. Probably 4 would be more than enough. For sterilized rags, I'd kind of like to take a little bit of painkillers in case she gets like some broken glass or some crap. Caffeine pills would be wonderful. We've already used those a little bit. Bandages would actually be better for this journey. Hold on. For those sterilized rags, put those back. We use the bandages. Those would be better. As long as I can find them when I need them. It's very nice and cozy. Let's play it to wind down for bed. So excited there's a new one. Oh yeah. As long as like the next edition is like the same kind of like enjoyment sort of stuff, you know. And it's not like they've re-envisioned like every part of it or something silly like that. See, not antidepressants, not... I don't know what you'd use tongue depressors for. I mean, beyond like obvious medical shit, right? I'm gonna have to find more food in the house that she can casually eat. Like, I don't have a can opener. That's right. You'd think a knife maybe would let me open it? Hold on. Can't grab one of those. Because you can open shit with knives. It's not safe to do it, but you can. Okay, I can't eat that motherfucker yet. It's fine. Where did I put that knife? Put that knife back. It's basically the same game with better graphics, more content. Oh yeah. Well, that's usually the better kind of like second games and stuff. I could eat the cereal and crap. I was after the Vault-Tec thing that I just saw there. I want that. I gotta pull that apart. And wherever I put the other one. Yeah, that one. That one. There shouldn't be anything else in here that I can pull apart like that. She could eat the capers. That would be fucking horrible to eat straight, realistically. She could eat the barbecue chips and shit. That might get rid of some of her hunger. There we go. Alright. So we'll plonk you back down on like a couch or something and you can read some books for a little bit. Hopefully, like, you know, that's not where I wanted you to sit, but okay. Let's see, books. Books while you've got the chance to read the electronics, because I can make you disassemble stuff later. I can see I've got heaps of like gas cans on the ground, but I'm not seeing any hoses. I'm guessing they're some of the things that went yeet previously. Mind you, I haven't looked inside the cars, and I think one of my cars is absolutely filled to the fucking gills. It could be the car on the save that we lost, but actually it probably is on the car from the save that we lost, to be fair. But let us sit here and read. Pretty much home here is pretty safe. I can go around and I can barricade it and crap, but yeah, I haven't been. I barricade and I unbarricade. Try to get her some skills and shit. She needs a jumper though. I don't think I've got... I probably don't have spare clothes. Actually, I don't know if that just stopped what she was doing. It did. Keep going with the electrical thing. Keep reading that. She's not doing too badly, speed-wise. I guess it's just the XP gain from it. It's not like she can't read at the same pace as normal. Just, she won't probably get as much... No, it still reckons it's going to boost it. Multiplier is 2.1. Okay. Okay, you know, she's trying to read up to the rest of it. I'm going to have to get her more drink and shit in a moment once she's done reading. She can start on the soda. Yeah, she's done. Sweet. Have yourself some soda. And I don't want you to eat any of this good shit just yet. But... why do I have 2 taxi keys on me? What the fuck? Put that over there. I don't want that in there, but that's okay. That's fine. Let's dismantle this little radio. Should pull that apart. I put the keys for one of the cars somewhere. And I've got to figure out where I put that later. It's somewhere. I think it's in one of my books. So let's dismantle this too. I've got 2 more radios, I think, to go. Maybe. I know it's in here. Maybe I didn't pick them up. Maybe I picked up the keys instead. Yeah. I think I did that. Because I don't see the other ones. Okay, well, give me those 2 keys and we'll go put them back where they're supposed to be. There's also welding basics here. I don't need that. I need to learn that right now. That one. Wherever it is. It was near the top of one of these things. There's no way I would have dragged it onto the floor. That's probably my key drawer. I'll put those back in there. There we go. Alright. I don't see the Vault-Tec thing, so unless it's doing that thing where it's in my inventory but I can't see it. It could be. Don't get me wrong, it does that a lot. Yeah, no, I don't see it in there, but I have like a whole bunch of lights and shit. And I've got radio stuff and scrap things. I've got... the batteries could be good if I find a flashlight around the place, but I don't currently have one here. I don't know if you hear like the random creatures and shit screaming in the background. Because I'm pretty sure I've got like the game audio up reasonably high. But it doesn't like translate like that. I gotta get you some food. Let's go back to the kitchen. Or if I could find a fucking if I could find a can opener, a lot of our problem would be solved I'm probably not going to find one though. You could eat the dried chickpeas, but that's not going to help you. Same with the bouillon cube, that's not going to help you. I can make you eat more of the pork rinds. For some reason, that seems to like hold her out a bit. I don't know how she's not automatically drinking that. I guess because it's not water. But that should solve, like she should have automatically drank from that. Okay, well, whatever. Let's get rid of your 1 liter. Put your 1 liter down for a moment, and when we fill that up, we'll top you off with a shit ton of water. You could have a Snickers bar. There's something you could eat. Alright, we found food. What else we got? We got water and stuff in here. Got macaroni. I could eat dried macaroni. If it would let me add the rice, I would probably just honestly make her eat the rice as it is. Alright, she should have a fuck ton of water with that now. I'd like to be able to throw a tea bag in there. You'd think that even in cold water over a long period of time, it would eventually steep, right? It wouldn't do the same kind of thing as like throwing it in hot water, for example, but you'd think it would work. We'll take an extra stick of lard for when she gets hungry next. I guess we've got to go sit down here where it's bright enough to see. Now, will you let me sit on the couch? Yes. Okay. All right, well, that one let me sit on it. Get you your carpentry guide. I don't know where those 2 fucking radios went. They disappeared out of existence. I had like a dozen or so things. Maybe there's still a glitch with picking up old items that exist on the map. Maybe. Actually, you know what? That would tell me what time it is. Current time is 4 in the afternoon. Okay. We'll read until dark. Hopefully she'll have read everything. And then, like, for carpentry stuff, I could get her outside and I could make her put a couple of barricades up and take them back down and stuff, but I don't think that's going to help that much. It's kind of cool that little clock will tell you what time it is, though. Yeah. That's sick. I like that. I like that you don't have to pick the fucking thing up to see what it is. You can just, like, point to it and be like, okay, well, it's 8 at night. It's kind of getting a bit dark to read, you know? Alright, it's too dark to read. Let's get you to bed. Let's get you the fuck out of here. Actually, hold on. Before we do, is there any other things? There's a lot of paperback stuff to read. There's catalogs. There's used cars. No, I don't want that. There's first aid, there's cooking. I could read that before we go. Blooms and blossoms, that's more like foraging stuff, I'm pretty sure. There's masonry. I don't need to learn masonry or pottery. None of that stuff. Or welding. Not right this minute anyway. So, there we go. She found the door. Alright. Let's get you to sleep. Hopefully she should only need like 1 more day here. And then the only problem with the journey that we're going on is that there are not a lot of places for food. The hell is that noise? Sounds like there was something out there. I did like the fact that with this house, I really did tend to get like left alone from zombies. Hold on, she's got an issue with the door. There we go. She must have shut the wrong door before. But yeah, we've got a problem of it's a bit too dark. Sit on the ground. I guess you can have the caramel candy stuff. Put this back in your inventory. That's not going to be enough to like fill her up. Honestly, probably not. You could eat the salsa here, I guess. That would probably fill her up. What is she, like 83? This resilient thing interests me, though. I don't think I've had that yet. All right, let's let the daytime come. All right. So I want you to read some books. Again, we've got the rest of carpentry. It's too dark to read. All right, hold on. That shouldn't be. If I bring you over near the window, it shouldn't be. Sit on the ground. There you go. That should be well and truly bright enough. So get her to read the rest of that. And then when she's done with that, I guess we'll get her to eat the lard. And then she can go on and read the other book. She stopped to do something then. I don't know if she tried to stop to eat. I'm going to have to find her a jumper when we go exploring though. That's going to be something. It's interesting how there's a couple of these places that have like a shiny spot on them. Okay, so she ate the lard in between that. That's fantastic. Alright, well, when she's finished reading this, I'll have to find out what time it is. And we're going to have to start moving along the map. Even if it's still like going to turn nighttime or something, we have to kind of like make our way across the map. Because I don't want to be out where we were at night. And we did not have much in the way of coverage where we went to. So I want to get stuck out there again. I'll fill up her drink bottle with water. I don't know if she's overweight from any of the stuff that she's carrying. But I also don't want her to take out a lot of stuff. A lot of what she's got is just food. Food, a little bit of medical, a bit of tools. Enough that she could probably stop somewhere for the night and maybe get some skills if we've got to like shack up somewhere early. Okay, well she looks like she's finished her books. So let's chuck that in the thing. She can leave all of her books here. Now, I don't know what time it is. Let's go check the clock. It's 3 in the afternoon. All right, that's not too bad. What's on the shelf? This paper, and then there's... Wait, is that mechanics? Hold on, we want to read that too. I guess we'll plop you back down. You're going to get hungry, but we'll find something for you to eat soon. Let's sit on the ground and speed read this. There we go. Yeah, exploring is going to be interesting because it looks like at a distance you can't really tell the difference between a zombie and a tree when I was outside before, or if there's one zombie or two in one standing spot. I don't know if you can get like glasses to help with that. I've seen glasses on some zombies before and I've seen them drop it, but I don't know if that would help me with sight. I'm guessing it would. And she is very hungry. She's weak from hunger. Let's just make sure she doesn't start dying from hunger. Because that was something I was very good at ignoring, was when she actually needed stuff. Alright, it's too dark. We'll finish the rest of the... There goes the gunshot event. We'll finish the book in the morning before we go. The other thing too is I had a great many things in my fridge that was like actually really good stuff. And when I came back and it was replaced with like all these like generic things, I was not impressed. We have olive oil to drink though. So she can chug that. That's just fantastic. We could send it down with some like onion powder or something. I don't think she'd like it. There's white sugar. I do like making her eat bags of sugar. I don't know why. Maybe olive oil. Was it potion of soil your pans? I don't know. If you're plumb constipated, it's good shit. Realistically. And she's going to have some sugar and some oil. See how she feels about that. And then, I don't know, I got vegetable oil there. We could top it off with that. There's a jar of olive oil, random capers, a bag of chickpeas. Hey, she didn't eat the chickpeas. I didn't make her eat that. But it's all like high calorie stuff. She could have the rest of the wine before we go for our journey and shit. I think that's fair. She can have a nice night. But like some people have like a spoon of olive oil on the daily and it's like perfectly fine to consume that. All right. I should get her more water, but hold on. I kind of want her to have a drink and then fill it up. So welcome in Washington. What you up to? Chickpeas are good. Took me a while to accept that you have to soak them overnight. Yeah, some stuff is like that though. There's like no shortcutting certain foods, unfortunately. I had a coworker years ago that would like roast them, like roast chickpeas and stuff with like some nice seasoning and stuff. And it was insanely good though. You can make mean hummus though. So many people love hummus and I can't fucking stand it. I just don't like it. I literally had this conversation not that long ago where like my cousin wanted to get a dip of some description and I'm just like, anything other than hummus. And like the look on her face, it was like I just like spat on a cat or something, right? She was just so fucking insulted by it. And I'm like, I just don't like it, you know? But I like chickpeas just fine. I just don't like them in mush format, you know? Never pretend a spoon of olive oil, an entire jar of the same thing. I don't know, have you seen Doug like chugging his olive oil on stream? Because if you haven't, you probably need to see that. Let's go stand next to a window and just quickly have a quick read. I get the feeling this is the day that we're setting out. So she can finish reading this. That olive oil did her good though. She's good for the moment. Get canned chickpeas because I can use the can to smash the peas. That's fair. Yeah, no, I don't know. I used to get like different beans and stuff like that, but like I don't have a wealth of knowledge for cooking with like lentils and various beans and all sorts of stuff. And when I do cook, like I said, it's 50% chance it's just going to be shit. So I don't enjoy like the process. I have some of my drink. Hold on. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking, I'm like, there's certain days where like I'll walk up to a cupboard and I'll be like, man, I feel like having some like balsamic vinegar, or I feel like having some like olive oil with like salt and pepper and shit. And I'll just like pour a spoon of that and eat that. I might even have like 2 of them or something, or I'll just get like the balsamic vinegar and pour that in my mouth straight from the cupboard because I'm like, why the fuck not? I don't have anything to put it on, but I want to eat the thing. I'm feeling like the taste and the flavor and stuff, so I'll just go ahead and do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's good shit though. As soon as she's like finished reading, I'll find something scavenged in the house. I'll make sure her water bottle's fully topped up. There we go. And then I guess we'll set up. You need to drop it. Okay, she's got a hammer, she's got a light, she's got a screwdriver. She has a, we call it the, she has a saw and stuff. Fill up your water bottle. I'm gonna go by my local grocer and look for a good deal on meat. It's close to expiry. Oh yeah. Well, no worries. You go get your specials and shit. I'm gonna see if I can find her something in the house that she can eat, like maybe some maple syrup. I guess that counts as a drink. Now that I couldn't really imagine drinking the whole thing because that would just be so fucking sweet. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Another way to get it on the cheap. I don't mind. I'll tune into a break for a while. No, it's all good. Honestly, like meat is pretty like pricey these days and stuff like that. So yeah, by all means, if you're trying to get some of it and like stockpile it and or cook it up and shit and get like decent meals and crap, it's kind of the only way to do it these days. I sort of don't want to take extra of this. Counts as a drink. I mean, what'd she drink? Sorry, maple syrup. It's not that bad. It was that or the pancake mix, right? It was going to be that or the other. And she's got water. I don't really know what time it is. Now, I didn't see a hose in these cars, but I just want to check my inventory. Lipstick, pencil. Now, I don't think it's in this one, but the problem is that I know... Oh, yeah, this one's locked. I know that I put like a hose somewhere, and I had this cologne bottle, and I had a fuel canister too, but I just don't know where we went. I already know that one's empty. Alright, we don't need to go through something that's going to potentially cut me up doing that. I know all the houses up here got nothing, so we are going, we're starting here. We are going all the way through town, and then we're going north. So there's a good chance I'm going to have to shack up somewhere at the opposite end of town to sleep, and then we'll have to keep going. So we'll see. Drink a bottle of wine. Time to go for a drive. Yeah, no, don't do that. Well, she doesn't have a car anyway. Plus, she drank the wine the previous night, so she's good. But yeah, no, I haven't tried, like, making my person drive with, like, alcohol and stuff like that. So far, the only time I've had to make my person realistically have the alcohol is when I get one with the anxiety about being indoors. I'm pretty sure I've got nothing in this car. If I find a hose, I'll be taking it with me. Sorry. I knew I had to sneeze. I was trying to stop, but it wasn't going to happen. Yeah, I've got most of town to go through. I gotta remember how to fucking walk like a straight fucking line. That's something. I'll also have to kill the zombies as I come across them. So the only good thing is at least this journey, I don't have to worry about her high thirst because I don't have that. But I have like low fucking vision, so there is that to worry about. The hose is for... I have a car that's broken down. All the way over here, and it's in perfect condition, and I'm pretty certain I've got a fuel can in it, but I apparently don't have a hose in the vehicle, and because I don't have a hose, I can't siphon fuel. And I took it with the concept of getting fuel, but when I put the hose in the car, when I put the fuel canister in the car, it showed that I had a hose, but I didn't end up having a hose. So I couldn't get the fuel. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Also, thank you, Seed. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's I don't have a hose and I do have a fuel can kind of situation. So... yeah, my thought process is I will just find maybe a hose on the way. I might even... I don't want your satchel, mate. I might even... we'll see. Consider just grabbing a fuel can if I find one on the way as well. I've got like a dozen back home. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. If I can find a hose and a fuel can, I might try to siphon some cars on my